Kodak Ektar H35 Review. If you're scouring for a film camera, you aren't alone, since the traditional medium has experienced a revival in recent years. Although there are seemingly countless classic cameras being sold at second-hand stores and camera outlets, you need to possess considerable knowledge to understand them. In case you just want to give the film a shot without draining your wallet, the Kodak Ektar H35 is an effective option. Not merely will it easily fit in your pocket, but it also has single-button performance and functions with standard 35mm film cartridges. The camera is rudimentary, but it can retain its charm. The Ektar H35 allows one to comprehend photography before digital as fastidiously as well as affordably as they so desire. The Kodak Ektar H35 is a 35mm film point-and-shoot camera with one unusual feature. It has a half-frame lens, which allows it to produce 48 pictures per roll instead of 24, or 72 pictures instead of 36. The Ektar 35mm camera pulls off this trick by exposing a smaller area of the negative than a full-frame camera. Instead of capturing a 24x36mm frame, it captures the more commonly used 24x18mm frame. Labs have no problem developing this format, since cameras such as the Olympus Pen F are famous for using half-frame photography. Given the market prices for films, such as Kodak Portra 400's 36 exposure roll that costs about $16, it is sensible to shoot twice as many photos for the same amount. This also allows the camera to be more compact. Since the lens doesn't need to cover as wide of a surface area as a full-frame camera, the Ektar H35 is very small and light. Both design and the faux leather finish of the camera are quite pleasing, however, its construction quality leaves something to be desired. The device comes in 4 two-tone color options: black, brown, sage green, and sand yellow, all featuring silver accents on the front side and black at the back. For review purposes, we received the Sage version. The controls for this camera are about as easy as it gets. The film can be inserted in the rear door, with the film advance at the back. On the top is the shutter button and a window to see how many photographs you've taken. The film rewind crank is on the bottom. The camera doesn't have any double exposure or other inventive settings. If you're looking for those, check out the soon-to-be-released Lomo Apparat. The power control for the flash is a collar around the lens that can be turned on or off by twisting. To take decent snapshots in low lighting, the flash is essential. The Ektar H35 features a 22mm f9.5 lens, which provides adequate wide-angle coverage but is dim. The imaging produced by the H35 is comparable to the quality of one-use cameras. Its lens is made of acrylic, not glass, which you can easily tell by looking at the pictures. While particular elements aren't extremely crisp, it still has enough acuity to make out words on stickers and murals as you take snapshots. Just ensure you don't shoot straight into a source of light or in areas with extreme backlighting. Plastic optics do not manage glares properly, and this will make your photos dim with less contrast. Focus is predetermined, meaning you don't need to manipulate the lens before snapping the shutter. Nonetheless, make sure you don't venture too close to your subject, since the flash will cause detail loss in tight shots. Also keep in mind that when capturing landscape photos while keeping the camera in portrait orientation, you'll be taking tall photographs because of the half-frame design. If you are aiming for a landscape photo, you must remember to hold the camera sideways, which can be counterintuitive for many photographers. In order to receive your prints, you must take your film to a lab. My community photography laboratory had no worries operating the half-frame film. It is conceivable that you may need to pay extra for scans or prints, depending on the regulations at your nearby lab. Your greatest test may be tracking down a lab if there's not one accessible in your area. Mail-away dealing with should be considered as an alternative. The Kodak Ektar H35 is an ideal choice for people new to film photography and seasoned photographers who are seeking nostalgia. You can consider a few different types of reusable cameras with disposable camera quality optics. In addition, some full-frame cameras are also good options if you want to experiment with film photography.